Alright folks, so I just wanted to do a quick video showing some work that we did today to the 26 Jeep Wrangler JK. We put on a new bumper, a skid plate, and a winch. And what we had to do is first get this bumper off, and that was a real job. It was a real pain in the butt. In order to do that, I had to remove the factory air dam, which wasn't too big of a problem. It's held in by 6 plugs or clips that were pretty easy to remove. There were 2 that were located on the back side of the air dam, and you can see the regular clips here, and then the backside clips will be coming up in a second right there. I was able to pop those out with a flathead screwdriver. And then once that piece was removed, there it is, I was able to reach up underneath the bumper, and I was able to start taking out some of the bolts that held the regular bumper on. So this is the passenger side, and you can see there's 2 nuts there that need to be removed, and they're outside. This is on the driver's side. They're outside of the frame horns, so they were a little bit easier to get to. And then you can see that bolt behind the wiring harness. That thing was so difficult to get out. It's an 18 millimeter bolt that we had, or nut that we had to get out, and it made it really difficult. We put together some Legoed parts from various ratchet sets, and we were able to use this to finally get it out. There were ones on the passenger side, which you can see there, that were still really tough to get, but not as bad as that one bolt. All in all, it took about 2 hours to get this thing off, and that's probably because we're not very handy. Also, we had to unplug the wiring harnesses from the factory lights. Once we got the bumper off, you can see that the wiring harness is just hanging there. There's some other clips that hold that to the bumper, and you want to make sure that you get those clips off before you remove your bumper. And then you want to use a Phillips screwdriver to go ahead and remove your fog lights if you intend to use them on your new bumper. All in all, that was pretty easy. Also, you want to take the wiring harness and split it apart and apply some new lume and electrical tape. If you do this, you won't have to extend your lights. So there's the skid plate that we put on. It's made by Barricade. It's made out of 5/32 stainless steel that's powder coated. It weighs about 38 pounds. It hooks onto the crash bar. You can see here's the beginning of threading that bolt. And it has 2 bumper mounts that hook to some of those nuts and bolts that I was showing you earlier that attach to the frame horns. We took a Smittybuilt winch and we attached that to the bumper before we mounted the bumper. Here is the fair lead that I put on there. It came with the Smittybilt. It's the XRC 98495 winch, 9,500 pounds. Here you can see the wiring harness that comes off the solenoid. Everything was labeled pretty good, and it was easy to wire up, and everything terminated back to the battery. I wish these wires were a little bit longer. I'd like to reroute the power cord. You can see there it goes across. Here's the final product, and you can see everything mounted on there, and the winch is connected to some shackles. It's a synthetic rope winch, which is a little bit more expensive, and we had to side mount the solenoid. Originally it was center mounted, but we just didn't have enough room in the cables to get all the way to the battery, so we moved it over, and I think it looks fine. I'm pretty happy with the install overall. Anyhow, I just wanted to do a quick video showing what we did. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe and hit the thumbs up button and possibly watch something else. Thanks, everybody.